Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Adults Boxing. We're back again with this recap for that Saudi card from last night. So we're gonna cover everything, go over each fight. You know what I'm saying? Have my thoughts and stuff like that. Before I get into it, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. Yeah, feel free to drop your comments as well. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into it. I know it's a lot to talk about with Canelo. Jab Queen Boxing in the building. What's good? Salute. Happy fight night. Yep, same to you. Happy fight night. All right, so let's get to it. We all know so far, yo, this weekend hasn't been like the best far as like fights, you know what I'm saying? Action packed fights, a lot of tactical stuff, you know what I'm saying? A lot of movement, a lot of stuff. So we're gonna talk about it. Canelo and Skull. So here's the fight card right here. So I'm just gonna go up the card. Let me see. Marco Verde, he had a stoppage victory. I think it was second round, first round. I can't remember, but it was early. He had a body shot stoppage. Now he's an Olympic silver medalist, making his pro debut. Southpaw. He's good. He's with Team Canelo. I think they should keep him active for sure. He should be able to get about 5 or 6 fights this year. He's a good fighter. I think he's got to get experience at this stage of his career. Richard Harapour got to stop his victory. The guy was pretty tough, but he ended up stopping him at the end. Brian Leon, he looked good. He got a good victory too. Like he a good young fighter. I haven't seen much of him, but he made me want to tap in more because Leon, he was running the numbers, and he was putting his punches together real good yesterday. A bundle of hot garbage, if you ask me. Yeah, it was some big names, but the fights have been trash. I'm with you. JC, what's good with you, bro? Yeah, he's with Team Canelo. Yeah, Leon and Verde. That's why if you look, they alternated their fights. So Reynoso can be there in the corner and stuff like that. So yeah, so I like seeing those young guys. But Cole and Fa, that was a good fight though. Um, excuse me. So we had Fa. Fa was moving, and he was using his. He said Usain Bolt. And look, and the punches too. Like you got to look at those guys that won't throw their opponents. I mean, Canelo won't throw no punches. Ramirez, they broke some records this weekend. You know what I'm saying? A 12-round fight. Shoot, even Rolly won, but he didn't even get close to 100. I think Devin Haney landed the most punches out of all those guys. So that's weird. So maybe he won't run it as much as they say he was. I don't know. But Fa and Bacoli, that was a good fight. I was expecting a knockout by both from either one of them. But Fa he had the box because Bacoli is so big, you gotta move. You know what I'm saying? If you said Fa was running, I wouldn't be mad at it. You got to, and I wouldn't blame him. But Fa was landing a lot of good shots on him. Bacoli got lazy up in there. You know, FA's jab was on point. He was hitting with overhand rights and straight right hands. But Coley only had success when FA went to the ropes. Other than that, I thought it was pretty easy fight to score. I had FA. I think I had him 96-94. But Coley did have his moments late in the fight. Um, but I thought FA won the fight. They scored it a draw. I mean, could we see that again? I don't know. It's cool. I don't know if it calls for a rematch, to be honest, because those guys can go. They can make big fights. They can go somewhere else and make big money in big fights. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't mind saying it again. I thought FA was doing good. FA chin, he showed he got a big chin because Bacoli was hitting him with some crazy shots. He hit him with a shot on top of the head, around the guard to the body. And it looked like it kind of rocked FA, but he kind of walked through some of that shit. So, and Bacoli, he showed he got a good chin too because FA was hitting him with some good shots. It was a fun fight. Those guys landed a lot of shots, threw a lot of punches. I mean, that was a good fight. A good heavyweight scrap. Two big dudes throwing all them punches and landing. That was a good fight. You know what I'm saying? She said, yeah, that was good. I actually thought Ajabi pulled it out, but I guess he need more experience scoring. Yeah, I thought he pulled it out too. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they favor Bacoli because he been over. He been fighting over there. But I thought Fa won. I thought he won. boxed real good. Facts, but Cody, he got lazy. Yeah, he got lazy up in there, and he started begging dude to come in there and throw shots. And then Fa like he'd stand in the middle of the ring and tell Fa to come on. Fa go to him, throw a jab, 1-2, and then get up out of there. So yeah, okay. I thought it was bug. Nah, you ain't bugging. I thought Fa won. I thought it was kind of clear too. It could have been 7-3 too. I thought Michaela won too. Yeah, for sure. We're gonna get on that for sure. I thought he won too. Close fight. But I thought he was landing a lot of the stuff he was landing was real what you call it? He was landing a lot of good shots in between what Badu Jack was doing. Jaime Munguia versus Bruno Saccharis. This was a rematch. It was an upset of the year last year. Saccharis stopped Munguia 6th round, one shot, dropped him, stopped him. So Munguia, he switched trainers. He's with Eddie Reynoso. I thought he looked okay. His defense was way better, to be honest, and you can tell he was focusing on that. You know what I'm saying? But that was a pretty competitive fight. Socceris can fight, yo. He's solid. You know what I'm saying? He's not no trash fighter. I just thought Munguia's I like Munguia's body shots. You know what I'm saying? When he did let his hands go, I thought he was like land a right hand and go to the body with a left hook. I like that combination. He kept his guard up. He was pretty good. That's probably the best I seen him defensively. He was still getting hit with that right hand occasionally, but it wasn't nothing like the first fight. And I thought Jaime fought a good fight. I thought he won the fight. He got the decision victory. But that was both guys really fought well. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was the best Socceris probably can offer. Maybe he can do a little bit better. But Munguia, his defense. You know what I'm saying? He didn't throw as many punches as he normally do, but his defense was on point. But he wasn't boring though. He wasn't like running or moving or whatever, fighting tactically. It was actually a solid fight. So McGill moves on at 168. He's in line for some big fights. Berlanga is a big fight for him. Caleb Plant, even Charlo, and Billy Pacheco. So he got some good fights for him. He's probably one of the bigger names all of those guys I just named, other than Caleb Plant and Charlo. So yeah, that. I thought he looked good though. Was looking forward to Badou Jack complaining and crying if he lost the decision. Yeah, he normally do that in that close fight, but he got the benefit of the doubt. He been getting the benefit of the doubt fighting over there in Saudi or in over there because he got the benefit of the doubt against Richard Rivera, which I thought he lost. I thought Noel won, but both will get beat by a top cruiserweight. I mean, those are top crews though. So the only two guys is what Jab Ataya and Zerto. Yeah, I would pick them two guys over there. Yeah, he was good. I thought he fought real well. I thought he fought well for sure. Yes, sir. I thought he fought well because he was doing some good stuff. I like his movement. I like how he was trying to counter that right hand, but McGill was just a little bit more effective with his shots. Um, Dudes out here saying score got robbed. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, we're gonna get on that for sure. Badu Jack and Michaela. That was a good fight though. Good cruiserweight fight. Uh I thought Michaela was doing well, boxing, running numbers. I thought he outlanded Badu Jack. Not even just looking at the punch stats. I thought he was landing a lot of good shots. Badu started to make it kind of murky, kind of dirty a little bit, rough and tumble. And that's what he needed to do. I didn't like how Michaela's body language was in the clinch. Actually, Badu Jack was actually holding, and Michaela didn't pull his arm out. He just accepted the clinch, and Badu Jack was working. So that's why the fight started to get close. And then Badu started landing some good right hands too. He started to go to the body a little bit, and it looked like he was breaking down Michaela. But if it wasn't for the corner, after like the 7th round, Don Charles told Michaela, "Get back on your shit," and I thought he started doing well. It was a close fight, but I thought Michaela won that fight. Yeah, I thought he won that. I thought he edged it out. It was a good, tough cruiserweight fight. Those guys was trying to win. Both guys were trying to win. They scored a majority decision, 114-14. and then 15-13 for the other two cards. I'm not really mad at those scores, but I thought McKaylen edged it out. So yeah, that's gonna be tough for him because he's a Don King fighter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Don King fighter. We don't know when he gonna get another opportunity. The last time McKaylen fought before this was November 2023, long time ago. Badu Jack signed with Turkey, so you know what I'm saying. He could get the Jay Abataia fight, or maybe Zerto, or he might have to do his mandatory. So the WBC order an interim title fight with John Pascal, Old Man Pascal, versus Mikhail Sislak. They're supposed to fight June 28th. The winner supposed to face Badu Jack. But we're gonna see. Maybe Turkey can, because Zerto fighting in June, and then Jabataia fighting in June. And Jabataia's opponent, he should be up out of there in like 3 rounds, in my opinion. So maybe they can. I can see them doing uh, Jabataia versus Badu Jack on the undercard of Bival and Viterbi of the trilogy. I can see that for sure. I can see that. So we're gonna see. He said hi. Um, okay, y'all talk in the chat. Salute to you guys. Appreciate you guys coming through. He feels like he's in boxing size class with Ben. What's his name? Ben Davison. Yeah, he didn't have a lot of shit on him. He didn't have a lot of pop on his punches though. But main event, Canelo and William Skull. What can we say? It was not an entertaining fight. William Skull was doing some tricky shit though. You know what I'm saying? This is how the Cubans win their Olympic gold medalists. You know what I'm saying? While we can trash them and all this shit, but this is how they win them. That style right there, move. I knew. I said this in the breakdown that William Skull has the attributes to give Canelo some trouble, but the whole thing was, you know, will he get starstruck and that type of shit? I think he probably was, but I like the movement, but he was doing too much. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta know where you at, right? You know you can't win no fight like that against a star like Canelo with Bud Crawford sitting in the front row. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. The game plan was actually pretty good. He could have actually, if he would have picked it up like late in the rounds and steal those rounds, then he probably would get a little bit more credit. But I thought he boxed okay. He was landing some good shots on Canelo. Canelo won't cut the ring off. He would stand right in front of him. He'll throw an occasional right to the body or left hook to the body to William Skull. Skull was up out of there. Once he touched those ropes, it was up out of there. Um, I don't know. I guess Canelo won. I don't know. It wasn't like that. It was one of those fights where I was watching it and I was like getting hypnotized. Like I'm like, bro, y'all, who gonna step it up? It was kind of boring. You know what I'm saying? But Skull's not gonna win no fight like that. Everybody in there knew that. He looked like he was kind of happy to be there. Um, he came to win in the Cuban style. That's how I'm telling you. That's how those dudes used to win fights. Look at the Rigo fight when Rigo used to win his fights, or when they was in the Olympics. That's their style. You know what I'm saying? Then the new age Cubans, they get into it, like David Morrell, Iglesias, even Andy Cruz got a better action packed style. But they have that what William Skull did last night. They have that in their game plan. They got that shit. It's just William Skull. He wasn't. I don't know. You just gotta know where you at. So you know what I'm saying. Canelo moves on. It would have been crazy if they would have gave that fight to William Skull. It would have been crazy. That people been sick on the internet the next day. But yeah, man, we already know what's next, so we're gonna talk about that. He said the dude was surviving. Yeah, he was. He wasn't really trying to get hit or nothing like that. So that's what I was telling people, yo. They were saying that Canelo gonna stop William Skull. I was like, I don't think so because those Cubans have all those fights. They know how to go 12 rounds. They know how to not get hit, and they know that shit, bro. Any professional fighter that don't want to get knocked out, they got experience. They're not gonna get knocked out. Nope. That what I said. He probably knows Canelo had trouble with those styles. Now, for sure, he do. He gonna always have trouble because his feet is always stuck in the mud, and Canelo take too long to get into a fight. He always like that. And he win those fights, but moving with a purpose is fine. Yeah, he was over. He was overdoing it. That's why I was saying, like, maybe the last 10 seconds of the round, step to Canelo, throw a four-punch combination, and then make it seem like he won the round. But I don't know. What's good, Coda? Salute to you. So 100. Yeah, he fights similar, but he been with Bozy. Bozy got him a little bit more, uh, entertaining though, for sure. And we should be saying Andy Cruz should be on that Richardson Hitchens card in the IBF Eliminator. Y'all stay tuned for that. I was looking for a scrap though. Shoot, well, he got almost 70 fights. He can't cut the ring off still to get that fight because he could have got it. You know what I'm saying? He stayed right there. He stayed right there. He is like a kid when you ready to fight somebody as a kid and you draw a line with a stick in the dirt and you say you cross this line, I'm gonna hit you. You know what I'm saying? Canelo didn't cross that line. He was just stood right there with his guards up, hands up. You know what I'm saying? Fainting. He didn't cross that line. And then when he did, Will Skull was already up out of there. Yeah, bro. Uh, so it's Canelo. Yep. September the 12th. Yep. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we can talk about that too. I want to hear what y'all. I want to hear y'all thoughts on this fight. Seeing boxing. What's good, man? Salute to you. Shout out to my guy Greg Hackett, predicted Canelo. Oh, that's what's up, man. Controversial. Yeah, that's what's up. Salute to him on that. Tone Brown, what's good with you, bro? I knew Canelo wasn't gonna stop him though, because I know those Cubans, if they don't want to get hit, they're not gonna get hit. If they don't want to engage, they're not gonna engage. William Scott, that's what I'm saying. Like when you watch these guys fight, he didn't move as much against Vladimir Shiskin, and Shiskin got him tired, and he was touching up on him. In this fight, he was like, bruh, controversial. It was. I mean, look, see this my take on that. I thought it could be controversial because Canelo didn't do a whole lot in that fight. Matter of fact, they probably landed the same amount of punches. So he didn't do a whole lot. He wasn't that wasn't his best performance. So it was different from the Lara fight. In the Lara fight, Lara was doing some of that stuff too, but Canelo started to press on the gas in the back half of the fight. So he got the benefit of the doubt. This one right here, he didn't. He just, stood his ground and stayed behind that line and whatever. He ain't really try to force the fight. So when you got a guy stealing crumbs, that's what I call it. I got that shit from Malik Scott. He said these fighters be stealing crumbs. So what it means is they'll win here and there, throw a punch here, hold you, turn around. They stealing crumbs. They're not out there going to get the whole piece of cake. You feel me? So that's what William Skull did, but he didn't get enough crumbs. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely wasn't going to get that decision over Canelo fighting like that. But he could have. That's what I'm saying. Like that fight was probably that was probably a 7-5 fight. For real. If you really look at it. Because neither guy was doing a lot. It's just what you like. Like that reminds me of the it was a fight like that recently. Andrew Kane versus Charlie Edwards. Charlie Edwards was moving like that the whole time. I'm like, yo, what the is Andrew Kane a big puncher? Is he Sonny Liston type of puncher? And that you gotta move like that. But then as the fight started going along, he landed a jab or two. He'll land a body shot. You know what I'm saying? That can win the round in a slow paced fight. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Then we start so WC cruiserweight situation. Yeah. It's still got one more piece. Well, it's still got some sorting out to do because you got Badu Jack and Sisolak fighting for the interim title, and then Ryan Rosicki supposed to get his shot, and then Peralta supposed to get his shot. So we'll see if I think it's closer because Badu Jack is with Turkey. So yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I expected him to do that, press the gas, but you're right, he did. That's what I'm saying. He did. Facts. I appreciate you, bro. Blunt Sports in the building. What's good with you, bro? Mike in the building. What's good? I predicted Bruno winning. Man, yo, I thought he did. He fought well, but I thought McGill won. He fought well though. That last just that is crazy. Yeah, one night. I don't think it was that. If Canelo wasn't such a big star, it would have been a draw for real, or he would have lost. Yep, I'm with you. Let me see. He said you would never get the win fighting like Skull as a B side. Nope. Not like that. Now with all that money they got on the table for Crawford and my man Crawford and Canelo, I got Bud versus Canelo. If you want to make a friendly bet, I got Bud too. I'm picking Bud. I'm riding with Bud in that fight. Even before that shit I saw last night. Um, yeah, no, for real, for real. What up? Oh, Andrew Gray, what's good with you, bro? So they announced the fight last night. Those guys did a little face off. So September the 12th. It's on a Friday, but I don't think that really matters. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to make headlines off shit that don't matter because if the fight is happening and you guys are interested, you're gonna watch. Everybody gonna be talking about this fight. Um, from what I'm hearing, it's gonna be on Netflix. And last time they had a big fight on a Friday, they did all types of crazy numbers. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, Amanda Serrano and Cage Taylor. Their trilogy is on a Friday. So I don't. If you hear that narrative, I don't know if that's like a big deal. That's probably just for clicks and headlines. But Allegiant Stadium, we haven't seen a boxing match in Allegiant Stadium. So hopefully they'll do a big crowd, 60, 70,000, whatever they hold at the Raiders Stadium. That should be dope. That's a big fight. This fight right here is like that's why I always say I want to see a fight like this because you got two of the best fighters in the past 10 years, right? You know what I'm saying? Because Floyd was on his way out 2015. Pacquiao was kind of declining. And then Canelo and Crawford, they've been basically on the pound for pound list or near the pound for pound list since 2013, 2014. So this is like an era defining fight. Who is the best of the era? You know what I'm saying? So Canelo is fighting. Crawford has to come up to 68 to fight Canelo. No catch weights, no rehydration clause. We're gonna see how good Crawford is. Canelo, he still got to be reckoned with because if you sitting in front of him and you trying to fight with him, it's gonna be a problem. It's a reason why guys be moving and don't come, ready to fight like that. Or they be hesitant to let that shit off because Canelo is such a good counterpuncher. But this a big event, y'all. This a big event, and I think everybody, going to be tapped in with it for sure. Miguel lost. Um, he said Miguel lost. G. I don't know. He got hit a whole lot of glove commentary. I thought he won. It was a close fight though. I thought he won. It was close. Yeah, I thought he edged it out. His defense was better. Bruno didn't land as many punches than what's his name did than Miguel did. It was a good fight. It was a solid test. It was a good fight to get over mentally. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look like he was struggling mentally. He looked like he was probably struggling with like the game plan and staying disciplined under Eddie Reynoso more than getting knocked out and not having it mentally. Like Devin Haney, right? I thought Devin Haney had some mental stuff going on because he wasn't trying to get hit at all. McGill didn't have that type of stance. Like he didn't want to get hit. He was just like he was trying to figure like he was at the high guard. We ain't never seen McGill in the high guard that long. You know what I'm saying? Not consistently, but it's a difference. So I don't know. Yeah, Bruno is solid, bro. I want to see him. His natural weight is 160. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I like Bruno. You going to anywhere card? Nah. Or did I miss it? Yeah, I'm gonna go over it. No, I'm gonna go over it for sure. I got you. Yeah, we're gonna go over it. Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this though. We're gonna see how they do. This was gonna be a big event. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna bring it all out. Because I think what they say, Dana White is going. This is his first boxing card. The TKO boxing. So and they working with the WWE. So that's going to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be crazy. And it just had WrestleMania in Allegiant Stadium. Crawford was out there. So yeah, that seemed like a no brainer, you know. So it's gonna be fun. Hopefully they have a good undercard and we have some good fights for real because this weekend was kind of sour because we had some big name fighters, but we didn't really have really good fights. Like even Teofimo's fight, Teofimo and Barbosa, it really wasn't like a good fight. It was okay. Those guys were doing okay. Whatever. It wasn't like a lot of actions. It was a lot of Barbosa probably landed the biggest shot of the fight with that right hand in the sixth. But it wasn't like a lot of shit going on. Teofimo was dancing and playing around, but his defense was on point. He was sharp, but it wasn't like an entertaining fight. I thought the McGill fight was entertaining, and I liked the Badu Jack fight. That was all right, and the FA fight. So if you comparing which card was the best, probably was Canelo card, but Canelo's fight was trash. You know what I'm saying? Even the Rolly and Ryan fight, Rolly dropped him, and then really ain't nothing else happened in that fight other than Rolly stab jabbing. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was it. So it is what it is. Hopefully, anyway, and top rank card be better. Will be more action packed because that's what fans want to see. A lot of action. So yes, sir. All right. So let's get on this uh, anyway card. We're gonna talk about it before we close it out. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this tonight. So it's going to start in a couple of hours. I think it's like 6 o'clock on the East Coast. So you guys can tap in ESPN Plus. The undercard is going to be on ESPN Plus. The main card is going to switch over to ESPN, but I just be staying on ESPN Plus. So it's we're gonna see what's up. I'm looking forward to this though because anyway, now it's like we seen all these big names this week. You know what I'm saying? We've seen all these big names. We've seen this weekend. And I think he has a chance to like kind of leave a lasting impression on boxing fans, especially in the United States, right? And he has a solid opponent in front of him, but he's not on anyways level. You know what I'm saying? From what I see, maybe y'all seeing something different. Y'all can holler at me, but I think this is a great opportunity for him with us having a lackluster weekend. And Anyway can go out there and show out. They want to see Anyway fight in the United States, so it should be a crazy turnout, right? People just be talking. Anyway already fought up here like 3, 4 times, and he went crazy. I think he's gonna do the same thing. So yeah, he's the undisputed champion defending his title. Uh, he pretty much done with 122. He win this fight, then he got MJ. MJ is taking a tune-up fight May the 30th in Mexico. If he wins May the 30th and don't come out injured, then uh, we got Inoue versus MJ in Japan, and that's September the 14th. So if you guys keeping track, we got Crawford and Canelo September the 12th in Vegas. Then we got Inoue versus MJ September the 14th. We still kind of a long way to go, but that's what it's looking like. So that's a big weekend of boxing as well. So yeah, we're gonna get there. Who MJ fighting? He fighting a guy from Mexico. It's a stay busy fight. Um, he's fighting a guy from Mexico. I got it right here. Um, yeah, it's just a tune-up fight. It ain't nothing crazy. Ain't no big name that we need to really be going crazy over. Obviously, kind of put it in there. But yeah, that's good. He's staying active. He's fighting on. He's not even headlining. He's just on the card. So he's. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. My bless, my bless. I want to put this. I want to put this thumbnail up anyway. So he fighting a guy named Castillo. There you go. Don't seem like nothing crazy. Just to stay active, keep that ring rust off because he just fought in December. He was trying to get on the anyway card, but I guess they didn't have enough spots for him. So he's going to have a tune-up fight on this card. So we got a rematch between Gallegos versus Khalil Ko. So I just want to show you that right there. All right, on this other card, I'm looking forward to this fight right here. This is a WBO featherweight title fight. Rafael Espinoza versus Edwin Vasquez. Interesting fight. It starts at the card gonna start at 6 o'clock on the East Coast. 6 o'clock. Beautiful way, yeah, bro. That shit tough. Yep. The thing I did like about this weekend though, none of the fight cards clash. They was all on separate days. So that I like that part about it. So I just wish there would been better fights. But yeah, this is a tricky fight, man. Because Vasquez, although he's short, he gave up a lot of height and range in this fight. But he's so crafty with his boxing ability, and he's tough. He's durable. He's gonna come to win. It can be tricky for Espinoza. If Espinoza is like off in any way, we can have a possible upset. I'm just putting it out there because Vasquez can fight. He can mix it up. He can box. He can take it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he got a solid chin. The problems he's going to have is, of course, the range, the height and distance, and the way Espinoza throws his punches. He throws them shits from awkward angles, and he's kind of dirty with the elbows and shit like that. Like he'll throw a right hand and then he'll follow through with the elbow. So you got to be careful with that. So I can see some cuts and stuff like that. But this is a big fight for both. But Espinoza, he wins. He's in line for a big unification with Angelo Leo. And you see how the schedule's working out for that one too. Because Leo is fighting at the end of the month, May the 28th. And Top Rank has options on Leo. Leo has to go to Japan to fight his IBF mandatory Kameda. So he wins his fight. Espinoza wins his fight. That's a big time unification. Like they can put that shit on Crawford and Canelo undercard. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I guess, or at least do that fight later in the year. So we're gonna see. But this is a tough fight though. This is a tough fight, and maybe because Edwin Vasquez and Leo are kind of similar in their styles. I think Leo is a better body puncher, more consistent. But maybe they're getting them ready for that. We're gonna see. But this a solid fight. That's a co-main event. You got Emiliano Vargas on the card, General on the card. So he just fought like March 29th. He's right back May the 4th. So he expected to win this fight. He's fighting for a regional title though. So his first title, I think it's like a WBC regional title. So if he wins, he gonna be back July 19th. Top Rank has a card in Vegas at the Fontainebleau, July 19th. The same venue they was at for Brian Norman and Michaela Mayer, and the same venue he fought at. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with that, because that could be a Xander Zayas card, that could be Vargas headliner, and it's interesting because that's around the same time when Top Rank's deal with ESPN is done. I think July, the end of July. So that might be Top Rank's last card with ESPN Plus. Because if you guys notice, Top Rank got like 5 cards in June. They ain't never had that many cards like that. I think they're trying to front load those guys and get those guys active before their new deal hit. Because they got Keyshawn on the 7th, June 7th. They got Nakatani on the 8th. They got Brian Norman June 19th. They got Vito June the 21st, and they got Billy June 27th. So they doing a lot of cards in June, anticipating to go to their next deal. So that's something to look out for. So if we see for like the next couple of months after July that Top Rank don't have any shows, it's probably because they're just doing a big rollout for their new network or platform they're gonna be on. So yeah, that's what's up. We got Rohan Polanco, up and coming welterweight Dominican fighter. He's uh he's gonna fight Fabian Madonna. Let me see. Oh yeah, hope Vasquez pull it out. Man, he got an opportunity, bro. Yeah, summer gonna be lit. It is. It's gonna be crazy. Yep. Hopefully we can get Boost back like in August and get some more stuff. Yeah, we got that Shakur card. We got it's gonna be crazy. Yep. But Polanco, big fight. Yeah, he got a lot of potential. This is a big fight for him because he's climbing up those rankings. I think he's like top 10 in the WBO. So he's going to be inching closer to a Brian Norman fight. And the way it's looking, he might get the Brian Norman fight before we get the Brian Norman and Boots fight. So that's something to look out for. He's facing Fabian Madonna last fight was against Barrios. And he was touching up Barrios. I think did he drop Barrios? Or Barrios dropped him? Barrios dropped him, but Madonna was touching him up. So this is a good comparison fight. If Polanco can go up in here tonight and run through Madonna, that could be a good statement because his last fight he fought for the title. You feel me? So yeah, I like him too. And we got some good fighters on the undercard, notable guys like Art Barrera Jr. He's a RGBA fighter. Robert Garcia. We got the Japanese fighter Nakano. He's on the card. Rais Salim, I like him. I always wanted Rais Salim to get an opportunity in a big fight, but he's been fighting. This is his second top ranked card that he's done fought on. He was on Keyshawn's card in November. So yeah, that's what it is. We waiting on any way to save the day, save the weekend, right? But he got a good opponent in front of him that he can do that with for sure. Enjoy the fight. Yeah, you too, bro. Salute to you. Yes, sir. So yeah, it should be fun. Yep. And we'll probably be back tonight to cover this. Do a recap, and then I throw in some news and notes. So we'll see, depending on what time the card ends. If it ends in a solid time, we'll come back and we'll do a post-fight recap. And then we got some news and notes from this past week. We gotta get out there. Some fight announcements. We got purse bids. We got Fundora. He got stripped of the title. A lot of stuff to cover, and we're gonna make sure we get to that. So yeah, salute to everybody coming through the building, man. Enjoy these fights, and then come right back, holler at me later on tonight. All right, that's my time, and I'm out.